All right, hey y'all. I want to talk today about taking back our Black Friday. Because as we all know, we have Black Friday coming up, which is the day after we're supposed to be the most thankful for what we have. Most of us are going out and spending money that we don't have on things we don't need for people who probably don't care about those things to check off a list. And it's all with good intention behind it for sure, but I think it defeats the purpose of what we're really trying to do with the holidays. I can remember ever since I was a kid, the stress associated with the holidays, or at least that was the case with my family sometimes. And my mother was the most loving mother in the world. I love her to death. And at the same time, I noticed there was always a lot of stress and anxiety around the holidays. There was financial stress, and there was the stress of getting people presents, and sometimes there was a lot of thought that went into it, and sometimes it was just checking off a box so that you can get someone a present because you felt obligated to get them a present, And with the meals and everything, of course my mom could cook really good home-cooked meals, but sometimes there was this frantic stress around trying to make all that perfect. And I felt like when I watched everything that was happening, it was defeating the purpose of what the holiday season was truly meant to be about. So like Thanksgiving, first of all, we're all working such crazy, chaotic lives, and we have such crazy, chaotic lives that our time off is so rare that we actually have dedicated time off that we can do nothing. And so, Thanksgiving is meant to be a time of being thankful for what you have and spending it with people that you care about, and ideally eating some real food, maybe having a few drinks and playing some games and having some fun. But, and the associated days with it, where we have days off that we usually don't have off. So, but instead the next day we're out running around, staying up, staying in line for 3, 5, 7 hours, overnight sometimes for some people, going into these mad rushes to buy a bunch of stuff that we don't need with money we don't have for people who don't care about that stuff. And maybe sometimes something's on sale and you buy it because it's on sale, but you don't really need it and you never end up using it, And the Christmas holidays, it's meant to be a time where we're celebrating the birth and resurrection of Christ, if that's what you believe in. But even if you don't believe in that, it's meant to be a time of spending it with people that you care about, eating real food, having some good times and some good memories, having a few drinks. A lot of times we're seeing people that we haven't seen in forever, and we fill it with so much stress and anxiety. And so what I'd like to recommend is, and first of all, I'm all for any occasion. I've always said this about holidays. I'm all for any occasion that facilitates us taking time to think about the people that we care about and do something special for them. So I'm not saying don't get gifts and don't do things special and don't participate in holidays. What I am saying is let's have a conscious participation in this whole process and make it something that's worthwhile. So this is what I propose for Black Friday, and this is what I do every Black Friday now, and it's the best thing in the world. I say take back your Black Friday and stay at home and don't do anything while everyone else is running around trying to get all these specials and deals and spending money that they don't have for people that probably don't care about those things because they're trying to check off a list. And again, there's probably a pure intention behind all that, and maybe you're different from this, and maybe you have a really good idea of what you want to do with all these things, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Let's take Friday back, and let's not do all that stuff, and let's enjoy the day and take a break. And what I suggest to do instead is let's use Black Friday as a time to sit down at the dining room table with a piece of paper or your notebook or your journal or wherever you like to spend your little special time, and let's really think about the people that we care about, and let's make a list of those people, and let's really put some thought into the things that we could do for them that would have some meaning and add some value to their life versus getting them something that they're not going to use. And so I've got some ideas that I put together that I wanted to go through, and we would really appreciate your feedback on all this stuff. First of all, one thing that we can recommend doing is putting out a message to our friends and family members about not getting us gifts that don't add value to our lives. Like, put a message out to your friends and family members saying, this holiday season and for all future holiday seasons, don't ever feel obligated to buy me something just because it's my birthday or just because it's this specific holiday. Like, if you want to do something special for me and it's from the heart, that's great, but the best thing that you can do for me is give me your helpful presence and just be with me and spend some time with me and share dinner with me or whatever it is that's important to you. So I think putting a message out to your family to give them an expectation of what not to do would be extremely beneficial. My family and all of us are on the same page with this. There is no expectation for gifts anymore. We just want to spend time with each other, quality time with each other. When I'm with my family now, we're all 100% real foodies, and we cook and we eat and we drink and we have a good time, we play, and there's maybe some gift giving and the kids, get some gifts, but there's a very mindful, conscious participation in that whole process. So that would be one recommendation. Put a message out to everyone with some expectations about, at least on your end, you don't have to do this stuff for me, When it comes to doing for others, I think the best thing that we can offer other people is our healthful presence with a smile, and not being stressed out and caught up in trying to do all these things right and perfect, but just being there to have a few laughs and have some really good conversations. If we're going to buy something for someone else, let's put some deliberate thought into what it is that we actually want to do and what they would benefit from getting, or what they actually like, versus checking off a list and just getting them stuff for the sake of getting them stuff, So, something so simple, but buying a book that has had a tremendous impact on you, buying it for someone that it would change their life if they ended up reading it, I think that's huge. And then you could put like a little note inside, a special note from you, or a drawing or a picture of you or something like that. So a book would be a great recommendation. Experiences, purchasing a ticket to a show or a concert or something that you could do together. Here in Las Vegas, we got so many different shows and concerts and festivals and things, it's ridiculous. Maybe even purchasing a ticket to a dinner, but just making sure that you follow through with that and you go with them on that dinner so you can spend time with them. Or making a little card where you offer to cook dinner for them at your place and have a few drinks and have a few laughs and spend some special time with them. I think that gift cards are very impersonal and kind of suck in some ways. Unless the gift card has some intention behind it. I've gotten some coffee gift cards for some people that I know are going to use it. But I think if you're in checkout and your last ditch effort is to buy a freaking gift card to something, and putting a little bit more thought into it is what I'm saying. So maybe instead of a gift card, this is an idea that I like, is you can give someone some cash. A little envelope with a $5 bill or a $10 bill or a $20 bill with a little special note to that person. If I got a $20 bill and a little envelope with a little special note from somebody I care about, man, that $20 would go a long way, and I would think about that person as I'm spending that $20. What else? Thinking about things that people are actually going to use. So in just about every person in my circle, I could probably buy a bag of coffee beans, get them a pound of bacon, some dark chocolate, maybe even some bugs for those people that I kind of know and know me. But I could get any one of the people that I care about probably a bag of coffee, some bacon, and some dark chocolate, and they would be so happy. And I would know that they would end up using that stuff because we all love that stuff in our community. Maybe doing a donation in that person's name. I thought that was a really, really cool idea. So, give them a card that says, hey, instead of getting you a gift this year that I'm not sure that you would actually enjoy, I'm going to donate $50 or $100 to this cause, and it's going to be in your name, and you can see your name associated with that donation. I think that would be a really, really cool gift idea. I love doing homemade cards now and doing little drawings and designs and putting a special little note in there to the people that I care about. And to make a shameless plug for what we do, you could give the gift of health to someone. So we have, and this is not meant to be a plug for this, but I got to put this out there. We have what we're calling the SHT Real Foodie Masterclass kicking off on January 12th. It's $196. We may have some special discounts. We're definitely not doing a Black Friday discount sale. But you could give the gift of an 8-week progression that will teach people how to eat real food for the rest of their life. Or you could do something similar, something associated with that, something associated with giving someone the right information around health. So again, let's take back our Black Friday and let's not participate in the madness. All right, let's spend Black Friday spending some special time with ourselves, relaxing, taking the time off that we all absolutely deserve, and let's spend some time thinking about the people that we care about and putting some thought into what it is that would actually benefit them versus trying to check off a list and get gifts for everyone. Spend some time making a list of those people that you care about. and put some deliberate intention into what it is that you could do for them to express how much you care about them, whether it's a phone call or an email or a text message or a personalized note or any of the other suggestions that we talked about before. And let's set a new precedent for Black Friday, okay? That's all I got. Feedback is welcome.